Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday morning VIV Business Building webinar. I'm Brian Dalmasso. If you haven't met me yet, I'm a gold partner in the company and just really blessed and honored to be here helping you guys out on Saturday mornings. And the purpose of Saturday mornings is to help you guys build your businesses. If you're new, if you're old, if you're new and old, the purpose of today is to really build a culture around just helping you guys start your business and get going. If you've been around for a while, we can help you kind of relaunch the business, keep excited and things of that nature. So what we're doing here is really just giving you guys methods of operation in language and how to get started and things like that. So what I want to talk a little bit first while I got you guys here before we get too deep into this stuff in the morning here is really the mindset behind network marketing, or really being successful in any business, all right? The mindset around success in any business is just understanding the business you're in. Right, network marketing, we're in a company called VIV, but we're not in an energy company. We're in the people business, right? That's what network marketing is. It's relationship marketing. Relationship marketing. The people that you're talking to aren't really buying VIV. They're buying you and your conviction. They're buying your excitement. They're buying your being genuine. They don't want to talk to like a sharp salesperson. They just want honesty and they want truth. And if you can help them, their minds will sort of relax and allow you to help them, right? So I want to talk a little bit about that. And if you're coming from another sales background, like real estate or commercial sales of any other kind, network marketing is a different animal. There's not a big sales pitch. There's not a big learning curve. It's just really being human to human. It's relationship marketing, right? It's reaching out. Gloria and I are friends. Hey, Gloria, how you doing? Listen, I have something I think can help you and your family. I'd love to get on the phone and chat about it. Maybe it's a fit, maybe not, but I'd really like to just see if I can help, and I'd love to catch up and see what you've been doing. So it's that type of language, right? We're gonna give you guys some language here, but the mindset behind it is this: there's not 100 things you guys need to do to be successful in VIV or any other business, right? I coach a lot of people around the world in all kinds of different businesses, and it's all the same. There's only 3 or 4 things you need to do. That's really it. So if you guys are taking notes, I want to take this down because it's so simple that most people miss it. This is so simple, most of the entire world misses. I'm not talking about VIV, I'm talking about people in general. Things can be so simple that we overcomplicate them, right? So in VIV, or in network marketing in particular, the things you need to do is we need to build our skills over time, especially if you're new to network marketing, right? So you want to study something in your industry. And I'm going to put a couple of chats in here. Let me just get a link here. Bear with me for a second. And my good friend Nolan, I think him and his team are on here. My good friend Nolan last night went over some training from Eric Worre's GoPro. It's just textbook training, and it's if you guys want to sharpen your skills and understand the business we're in, you're going to want to get a book called GoPro by Eric Worre. Get the book, get the audibles, get the CDs, get whatever you want, the MP3s. But when I started in network marketing, I was coached to study that book, and I read it over 100 times in 6 months. I listened and read it. I was constantly listening to it in my car, but I would read it at night. In that book, let me just put that in the chat again. Hold on a second, so it doesn't go away. And if you go to www.networkmarketingpro.com, you'll see he's got the book there, or the MP3s for like $6. You get on his mailing list. And Eric Worre is by far the world's best network marketing trainer. He's the most professional network marketing trainer. He coaches it as a business, and he's the main guy in network marketing that I've studied. I've studied a lot of the top leaders too, but I've been to all of his events every year. The GoPro Mastery, we can chat about that too. But if you want to excel at this, or make a go at it, or really have it be a revenue stream, then you're just going to understand the industry and the language. So that book, or those audibles, just that one, during the next 12 months, and I'm assuming you guys are going to give this at least a 12-month shot, not a 3-week, oh, that didn't work, right? That's not business. That's just, I don't know what that is. So this would be a good thing for you guys to listen to, right? Eric Worre's GoPro from Network Marketing Pro. That'll be the mindset in the industry. All right, that'll be the mindset in the industry, and that'll condition you over time. I always tell people that that book, GoPro, is a 4-year degree in network marketing. want you to think about that. Right? That book, if you study it, if you internalize that language, is a 4-year degree in network marketing. And this is also how I condition people to think about network marketing. When people go to college, right? Let's say when I went to college to be an engineer, well, I did it at night, but let's say somebody went to traditional college. They take 4 years, 50 to 100, maybe 200 grand, depending on what you're going for, right? Doctors take about 12 years before they can ever make any money. Think about this. 4, 6, 8, 12 years before they can make a dime. They have to invest maybe 6 figures, get into 30 years in loans, and the average doctor, when they get out, maybe 90 grand. Network marketing, if you shift your perception, we get to start making money from day one, but you still got to learn the industry. You still got to learn the craft in the industry. So I want you to think about, take a 4-year shot at this. Pretend like you're going through college, right? You have freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Now your freshman year, if you're brand new to the industry, you're going to be learning a lot, but you get to make money from day one. You might make a little money, you might make a lot, depending on you, but you're going to be making money, and it's a $189 investment. But treat it like that. Like your freshman year, you might get yourself to 500 or 1,000 a month. Now I know people on this call that have gotten to 7 figures in under 12 months, and that's entirely possible. But I'm just saying, you might not be that person. That's okay. This first year, you might be able to get to 1,000 a month, but it's 1,000 a month on a recurring basis. It's not just 1,000 a month. It's going to come to you for life. It's a recurring monthly income. So it's a different type of income. In your second year is where your team is going to blow up a little bit. You're going to start to get into leverage. So your first year, you might be underpaid, right? For the hours that you put in, you might be underpaid on an hourly rate. Your second year, you're going to start to be equal or even overpaid. In your third year, you're going to be grossly overpaid. Like if you're spending 5 hours a week, you might be making $5 grand a week, right? Third or fourth year. So you got to understand the industry, but think about it like college. I think everybody would be much better off. Give this a 4-year push, because by the end of 4 years, I don't know anybody that's legitimately given network marketing a 4-year push that didn't completely change their life and at least get to 10,000 a month on a recurring monthly residual income. Does that make sense? So I want you guys to reframe your mind a little bit. And I'm also going to put another link in the chat here. You should be studying something for your mind. All right, something for your mind. And one of the things we have here that Madison and I work on is it's called the Mindset Masters, right? And we work with Bob Proctor. I'm going to give you a little thing here. Well, let me change that. So we have a link here. I'm going to type in a free code for 30 days. What we work in is in the mind. Now, I don't need you to do this. We don't need you to do this, but you want to be studying something for your mindset. All right, guys, something for your mindset. Get the book, Think and Grow Rich. If at a bare minimum, get this book right here, this one book, or the Audible, or both, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and study this over the next 4 years, right? Because 95% of success is mindset. And I can prove it to you, right? We're all in network marketing here. Everybody here is. Why do some people get to 7 figures in less than a year, and some people never get to $500 a month? It's not the industry. It's not even the person. It's the mindset of the person. Does that make sense? That's how powerful mindset is. I mean, you can be in real estate like millions and millions of people. You can be in real estate like Grant Cardone. It's not the industry. It's the mindset. So mindset is more important than even the industry you're in. And the link that I just put there to the Mindset Masters, let me put in another code here. We have a 30-day free code. Let's see. There you go. There's a 30-day free code. You can try it out. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't resonate, don't do it. I see Robert here says, please don't follow Grant Cardone. Well, I don't say I like Grant Cardone. I don't say he's a good guy, but if you look at his results, there's absolutely some things you want to follow. You see, Grant Cardone doesn't wonder if he's going to be successful. He has a superior mindset. Some of you are wondering if this is going to work. So in some ways, I think you should follow Grant Cardone. In some ways, maybe not. Like I said, I don't agree with his loudmouth antics and a whole host of things he's doing. See, I always harvest the good and forgive the rest. I can learn something from a 2-year-old baby. if you're open-minded, right? 2-year-old babies are excellent salespeople. You ever notice? They get what they want, and they just scream and scream and scream and scream until they get it. They are some of the best salespeople in the world. Grant Cardone knows how to get your attention. If you like him or hate him, doesn't matter to him. The guy's a billionaire. He doesn't really care what we think, but he is good at getting attention and holding attention, right? So guys, harvest the good, forgive the rest. You can learn something from anybody. All right, let's be open-minded. So I give you the link there for the mindset. And then the third thing, so study in your craft, study in your mindset. I'm talking 15 minutes a day in each at a minimum, right? We can all wake up a little earlier, go to bed a little later. If you're driving around your car, there's no excuse for not studying. The third thing is to take measurable, consistent daily action. I'm gonna say that again. Measurable, daily, consistent action. I don't care what it is you're trying to create, right? If you're trying to be a marathon runner or succeed in network marketing, you need to take measurable, consistent daily action. Does that make sense? And that's what we talk about. Now, it could be 15 minutes a day. Guys, I work, up until recently, I have a five-hour-a-week business model in VIV. 5 hours a week, and I'm the number 2 income earner in the whole company. I don't say that to impress you. I say it to impress upon you. What we teach you here works. It's the same identical methodology that I use to get where I'm at. And it's 5 hours a week, right? I do an hour on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock. You guys should all be registered for the 7 o'clock training. We show the business model. We show it transparently. We do a little bit of training. So Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock, I don't care what's going on in my life. Nothing is overriding that. Not my construction company, the software company, my consulting company. Nothing else gets in the way of Tuesday nights at 7. So I take an hour Tuesdays, and I do an hour here with you guys on Saturday mornings. And this is when we're going to reach out and contact and invite. So 2 hours, and I book about 5 appointments a week at a half hour apiece. Right? So that's about a 5-hour week business model. We just teach a lot of efficiency. Does that make sense? So you guys want to be able to look at your calendar and tell me or your spouse or anybody else when you're in business. When are you open for business? What are your hours of operation in this business? If you can't look at your calendar and have some hours of operation, then you're not in business. It's just more of a hobby, and that's okay. I'm not here to put my goals in your head. If you're just looking to make a few bucks and kind of kick it around, that's 100% okay. I'm just assuming you guys want to really make a go at this, achieve some income, change your lives, and then make some things happen. So you want to have that weekly and daily method of operation. We're going to chat a little bit more about that. So you got to study for your mind, study for your industry, take measurable, daily, consistent actions. This is what happens. When you're studying in your mind, you raise your level of awareness on what's possible and achievable. When you study in your industry, you start to get new language, new tonalities, new ideas, and new things that work. When you take action, it's your body putting energy out to try those new things. And then you're going to get feedback. Well, I sent 20 texts with this language and nobody responded. That's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just feedback that you need to change the language. Does that make sense? Or the platform. You have phone, Facebook, LinkedIn. I mean, we have all kinds of ways to reach out to people. So it's just feedback. So the fourth thing, guys, and this is the most important thing, is to surrender to the process. The biggest reason in any industry that I see people fail is, number one, they don't understand the process. But number two, they get emotional about their results too early, too quickly. Network marketing, it's a mathematical fact that you'll succeed if you do certain things. If you study in your mind, study in your craft, take measurable action every day, you'll get better and better and better and better. Then the only variable becomes time. That makes sense, guys? Let me just do that here. So does anybody have any comments or any questions about setting up like a weekly or a daily method of operation or any of the mindset stuff I was talking about? Any questions on that?
I have a question. Like,
sure.
When you're first starting out, I've been in for 2 days, to get that ball rolling, wouldn't you need to implement more hours?
That's a good point. That's up to you. That's up to you. And let me answer that in a few ways. It depends on your goal. And you are correct. In the beginning, what we lack in skills, we make up for in numbers. So you might not have the sales skills that I have, and that's okay, because you can make up for that in numbers. And one of the things that I love about Jim Rohn, he gave a scenario. brand new network marketer, gets sponsored, hungry, and his sponsor is one of the top earners, right? And the new recruit says, I'm gonna out recruit you this month, right? And the seasoned guy says, well, let's have a contest, right? And so they go for 30 days. Now what the seasoned guy says, yeah, I can recruit 9 out of 10 people, right? So all I got to do is talk to 10 people, right? Well, the new person says, I'm only going to get 1 out of 10, but I'm going to talk to 200. I'm going to recruit 20 people. See the difference? So what we lack in skills, we make up for in numbers. And when you're putting a lot of numbers up, you're designed to, conscious, subconscious, and body, you're actually designed to figure things out. Like when you're texting and reaching out to 100 people in a row, which might take 3 hours. I mean, that's still very part-time on a Saturday morning, by the way. Reaching out to 100 people is an easy thing to do. But when you're doing that, you're going to get feedback quickly. And some people be like, I don't want your pyramid scheme. It's like, okay, well, let's change that text. That didn't work. You're just getting feedback. That makes sense? So you hit a really good point. What we lack in skills in the beginning, we make up for in numbers and time. But the funny thing about network marketing is like, there's nobody that's in full-time. Very few people are full-time network marketers. I'm talking people that make $500,000 a month. They're still not working 40 hours a week like an employee would. In network marketing, if you give me 5 hours, you can build an empire over time. That's about all I do. Like I said, lately with the virus and everything that's going on, I'm putting more like 10 hours a week in. But up until then, it was like the fourth or fifth thing I did. I have other companies that I run. And again, I don't say that to impress you. What we're showing you here is very highly impactful activities. And when we meet on Saturdays, what we're doing is what's called a Text Blitz. So let me kind of educate you guys on that if you haven't seen that before. A Text Blitz is just a methodology. It's opening up your phone, it's crafting certain language, and it's sending out 50 texts. What I want you guys to get conditioned to do on Saturday mornings is send out 50 invites. At first, it might take you 2 hours. Eventually, you can do it in an hour. You get really, really good at it. And here's the methodology. When you're opening up your phone, number one, don't pre-qualify somebody. This is the biggest mistake that network marketers make, or really anybody in any business. They open up their phone and say, oh, not that person. No, I haven't talked to them in 20 years. Oh God, not her. And they start going through their phone and disqualifying people because of fear of what these people might think. Guys, I promise you, these people aren't thinking. I promise you, these same people are smoking. They're working in jobs that they hate. They have relationships that aren't good. I promise you they're not thinking, but you're worried about if they're thinking about you. Right? So we want to get rid of all that. Drop that baggage. The reason why I'm successful is I don't care what you guys are thinking. And I don't mean that in a bad way or a good way. It doesn't matter to me. I know what I have. I'm reaching out trying to save people money. I know this. And since we understand people, we know that there might be a little resistance. They're probably going to think this is like 100 other things they've heard of. Well, it's not. There's no cost to what we're doing. There's no barrier to entry. There's no resistance. We just upload bills and save. So it becomes on you to use the videos, use the tools, understand the system, and then increase your skills over time. That makes sense, guys? But the only reason I'm very effective at this, I literally don't care what people think. I'm unoffendable. And that's not an ignorant thing or an arrogant thing. It's just an understanding. My success is not going to depend on what any of you guys think. If it did, I wouldn't be successful. You guys got to get into that bulletproof mindset. Whatever your other businesses are, this all applies here too. If you're in real estate, if you have your own business, if you're a carpenter, whatever that is, everything I'm telling you here applies to those businesses too. Make sense? So what we're going to do is set a goal. It's not even a goal because we know how to do it. You want to have a task on Saturday mornings of reaching out to 50 people. Get out your list, get out your spreadsheet, get out whatever you have, get a cup of coffee, sit down, play some music, and reach out to 50 people. The next step of this is don't pick your head up. Don't start responding to people either. Just do the task at hand, right? If you're building a deck, you're gonna do certain things. You're gonna dig the holes, you're gonna pour the sonotubes, you're just gonna do those things. Right? And if you're working on a deck, your phone's off, like you want to focus on the task at hand. This is another thing that people get distracted with in business. They don't focus on things. Right? Now, what I'm telling you is very easy to do. You just focus, put your head down. You send out 30 to 50 invites. You got to make it your goal. What we're going to do here is we're going to establish some metrics over time. If you're sending 20 invites a day part-time and then 50 on the weekends, and you do that for 30 days, you're going to have numbers. You're going to have feedback. You're going to have so many customers, so many business partners. You're going to have some metrics, right? And you're going to get really, really good because you're doing something every day. That makes sense, guys? So at the end of 30 days, we can look at, okay, what were your results? Well, I got 10 customers and I got 3 business partners. Okay. Now, if we keep doing that every month, is that going to get you where you want to go? That's actually pretty good numbers. You know what I mean? 3 or 4 business partners a month, 10 customers a month. That's a good business. That'll build an absolute empire over time. Does that make sense, guys? But we can't track your progress if you don't have a method of operation. So my suggestion to you at a minimum would be to reach out to 20 people a day, part-time, takes about an hour. And then on Saturdays, do a bigger prospecting push. Here's what's going to happen is you get better and better and better. You're not going to need to do those kinds of numbers. You'll get to the point where you can reach out to 10 people and book 9 appointments. Does that make sense? So in the beginning, what we lack in skills, we make up for in numbers, because it might take, you don't have to reach out to 100 people to get 5 appointments right now. That's perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You're going to get better and better. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Awesome. So the fourth and most important thing of any business is surrender to the process. Surrender to the process, right? Network marketing, you just got to understand the numbers. All you really need to do over the next 10 years is find like 4 key people. And you can be a multi-millionaire in network marketing. It's an odd business. A lot of people are going to join you and then not do much unless you train them. If they're coming here on Saturdays, they're going to do more because they're going to get educated, right? And if you can plug people into a system and a culture like we have, you'll have much higher success ratios. But it's a business of consistency over time. You know, now I know some people like Whitney, I don't know if she's on here or not. She's more of a full-time network marketer. She went to 7 figures in less than a year in one of her companies. Full-time push, network marketing, full-time push. That's not me. I have 4 other companies that I'm running, right? So a lot of people, you're in a situation where you can't just drop everything and give it that full-time push. If you are, you can have a lot of fun really quick and really have a lot of success. But most people have to come up with a part-time weekly method of operation and work that business over 3 to 5 years. And that's the method of operation I'm giving you here. That was my approach. I'm going to do certain things every single week consistently. And I'm going to get to 7 figures the slow way. All right. So I think most people are in that boat where they can't just drop everything. So
I don't know.
Right,
Disney just laid off 70,000 people.
Hey, what's up? My main man, I thought it was me again. It's Nolan. What's up?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, big shout out to Justice League. We got a whole bunch of people on the phone. And I want to say happy birthday to one of my main men, Demetrius Curry. Today is his birthday.
Happy birthday, brother.
Hey, I wanted to just piggyback on what you're saying, just so people can kind of understand. For the people that are going in part-time, the big thing about network marketing is that, and I know it sounds cliche, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So when you say to plug into the system, I just want people to get the understanding of literally using the rest of your team and the people and their superpowers of what they're able to do to help you do what you need to do much more efficiently, so you don't have to put those hours in from that standpoint. So I just wanted to put that out there, that, you know, your upline is here to help you. So, you know, when you talk about, I just need to do this, I just need to do that, and you're trying to streamline the time that you have and minimize that, you maximize that time by utilizing the rest of your team. So that's it.
No, 100%. I'm glad you brought that up. And Nolan's been doing this brilliantly. He's got me on webinars. We're doing trainings together. We had 50 people, or 40 or 50 people last night on a call. And Nolan's been in the business 30 days, right? I think he sponsored 35 people in 30 days. But he's not overcomplicating it. He's reaching out. He's calling people, say, listen, I got something for you right now. Maybe for you, maybe not. But right now, times are tough. Things are going on. We should probably jump on a Zoom and chat. So he's keeping it really, really simple. And then he's using his upline. We're doing trainings together. He's building really, really fast. So, but it's a really good point. In network marketing, it's a simple process. You pique interest, which is what we're doing today. You use a tool. You share a 2-minute video. You share a business video, right? You pique interest, you use the tool. You have a little bit of a heartfelt conversation, right? You share your passion, you share your energy, and then you use your upline, right? Or you use the Tuesday nights, so that we have Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You use the presentations that we have. You said this brilliantly last night there, Nolan. You were talking about escalations, talking about same thing. I have people 6 years ago I talked to, they're just coming into this business now because of 6 years of escalations. Now, I don't feel one way or another about that. That's the difference. I follow up with people either until they're in my business or they're a customer or one of us dies. So far, I haven't died yet, so it's all good. But that's my mentality. I don't project that they're going to think I'm bugging them. I don't project that they don't want to hear from me. I assume that they love me and want to hear from me, and I'm helping them. So a lot of the chaotic vibration is in you guys. Oh, I don't want to reach out to my friends. Well, why not? All we're doing is saving money. Why wouldn't you want to help the people you love the most? Right? So pique interest, use the tool, use your upline, use the videos, use the presentations. Let us help you close the deals. Especially if you're new. It's just piquing interest. Listen, no, I don't know if this is for you or not. Let's watch this 2-minute video together. I can answer some questions. If it resonates at all, I got my business partner. He's been involved a little longer. He can talk about the compensation. We can get on a Zoom and we can just answer some questions. And I think after that, you'll know if this is a fit for you or not. Right?
Yeah, I just want to add one extra thing to that.
Sure, brother.
All right. So the reason that you use 3-way calls, because a lot of times people feel like 3-way calls is you failed. You didn't close the deal yourself. It's not the case. When you are edifying the person that's on the phone of their accomplishments of what they're doing in the company, or they have a great understanding of this company or where they rank in this company, the people that you're calling that know you just got started in this company. So it sounds like you're really trying to sell more than anything, as opposed to saying, let me introduce you to the guy that really helped me understand, or that's a leader in the team, and that they give those people a little bit more respect because they don't know them. And so you're going to do the same thing for your team when they come in and you don't know all of those people. So that's the trickle down effect and the duplication process in this whole thing. So you left yesterday before I could tell everybody, well, I told everybody, if you are in this business, and that's for everybody on this phone, regardless if you're Justice League or not, if you're in this business and you've not called your upline to do 3-way calls, or you've not called your upline to figure out how to get to a 3-way call, you are not working this business, and that is on you. So I do want to thank Brian. I want to thank you, and I want to thank the Silver Fox as well for being my upline and taking care of me. So, hey, I'm out. Thank you.
Yeah, me and the Silver Fox had a great conversation later on that same evening. He's crushing it. So, Quentin, if you don't mind me asking, I don't even know. I think I'm not even sure how old you are. You in your late 50s? What are you? Late 50s, early 60s? There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Oh, mid-30s.
My man. This guy is lighting it up, and I still don't know his age, but this guy is just lighting it up, and he's all heart and excitement. And I don't know how many times you said last night, I'm just excited. I'm just excited. I'm just excited. See, guys, people aren't buying VIV. They're buying his excitement. His excitement. And we only get that by putting our own bills in, getting that experience, I've had people save, my own dad saved $1,254 on his Xfinity bill. And he's in his mid-70s on fixed income.
I just got my savings back of $1,860 just now. It just came through my email.
No kidding.
Yeah, just now.
So that's something to get excited about.
Very exciting.
Right? So we want to use that. So here's the next point I want to make. If you're in this business and you haven't uploaded your own bills, I don't know if I need to say anything more, but if you're in this business and you haven't uploaded your own bills, you're probably not going to be successful. I don't mean to be so harsh, but people are not going to buy something that you don't even believe in, if it's, you know, procrastinate, whatever it is, like if you haven't uploaded your own bills, that needs to happen today. All right. And then the very next step is to help your friends and family. Help your friends and family. Getting to 30 points is the critical path for success in this business. You become a pro member, you upload your bills, you're going to be at 23, 24, 25 points, and you help a few other people out. Get to 30 points. For those of you that are leaders building teams, when you fast start somebody, the culture is we got to get to 30 points. All the bonuses happen there. This is where you guys get your first paycheck, right? In network marketing, it's all about that first paycheck. I promise you, if you, I don't know how else to say it. If you don't understand getting to 30 points, it's the most critical thing we can do in the company. Let me put it that way. Because if you can't do it, you're going to build a team of a whole bunch of people that can't do it. And you'll see that 60 days, 90 days in, your entire team just falls apart because nobody's making any money. I can't emphasize enough how critical it is for you guys to get to 30 points inside of those first 30 days. It's not hard. And if it is hard, just roll your sleeves up, get with your sponsor, say, listen, I need some help. And I've done three-way calls. I've helped people get all 30 points on three-way calls, talking to their grandmother, talking to whoever. Your sponsor will help you. We'll help you guys. But you got to roll up your sleeves. Don't overlook the value of helping people save on their bills. All right, guys, it's the lifeblood of what we do. So make sure you guys are getting to 30 points. Then you can start to show other people the same model, right? So the model is become a pro member, get to 30 points, sponsor 4 people, help them do the same thing. That's the whole model. Get to 30 points, 4 people, help them do the same thing. If you do that little thing, this month or next month, we get, I'm just muting some people here. Hold on a second. Guys, if you're not on, just mute yourselves, all right? That little business model, it's called the P160 wheel. It'll rank you up to P160. And we have April and May. So we got like, what, 6 more weeks. If you do what I just showed you there, it's almost $2,000 in commissions because of the bonuses, right? Get the 30 points yourself. Sponsor 4 people, help them get the 30 points. It's about $2,000. It's not like $100 or $200. It's actually fair. It's more than probably most of your mortgages. Think about that. Working part-time for the next 4 to 6 weeks will cover your mortgage. And your business will be up and running. You'll be into the weekly pay. And you just keep duplicating. Help those 4 people do the same thing. Sponsor 4 people, right?
Now those 4 people, do you make them pros?
Everybody, yeah.
Everybody's a pro.
Now, everything I'm going to say right now is just my opinion and how I run my business. I have customers and I have pro members. That's it. I don't have any affiliates and no consultants. And I'm not trying to be harsh here, but everything in the business model is predicated on being a pro member and getting to 30 points. All the bonuses, all the commissions, the entire everything about the company is really predicated on pro members. Right? Now, some people might have a hard time coming up with the 189, but what I want to tell you is the average savings for a customer is $1,150. I don't know who said that, they just saved $1,800. Well, you want to highlight to people, if they're gonna start a business, let's start a business, right? Let's figure it out. Let's knuckle down. Let's figure this out. Take a small business loan. This is a business. So now, guys, this is just me. What I've seen is that people that come in as consultants are just not really serious. That's usually what it is. They'll find $500 for a new TV, but they can't find the $189 to start a business. It's never really the money. It's that you haven't sold them on the idea that it's going to be a successful, profitable business. There's a disconnect there. I don't care who it is. These same people, it's like, don't get Dunkin' Donuts for a month. There's your $189. So I don't mean to be so direct about this, but I kind of do. If somebody wants to start a business, they're a pro member. If not, just be my customer. If you want to tip, put your feet in, check it out. Just be a customer. That's great.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, what's up, Brian?
Hey, what's up? Hey, I just want to say that the people that are getting the savings, make sure they post their savings into the VIV group, because I use those savings to to share on my social media sites to attract people to me.
Yeah, is that the Smart Savers or the which one?
Either one, Smart Savers or the VIV. I think that I forget the name of the VIV, but there's one for the VIV team. I noticed that Whitney's been posting some stuff in there.
Can you do me a favor?
Money Savers.
Can you look that up and get the link and post it in the chat?
Okay. Let me see if I-
Take your time. Take your time over the next couple of minutes.
Okay.
I think I have it. I can pull it up.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you.
Hey, Chelsea, what's happening?
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, this is Jake.
Hey, what's up, Jay?
Hey, I have a slide deck of about 6 slides with the P160 wheel kind of explaining what you were just showing. Can I share my screen and bring that up and then go through it real fast?
Sure.
Okay. Can you see me?
We can.
All right, guys. So what Brian's talking about here is you come on as a pro consultant, you get 20 PCP points and 20 NCP points. And then you go out and you get 10 bills, and that turns into 30 PCP points and 30 NCP points. Well, right after you do that, you go get your first pro consultant, and you help them get to 30 PCP points. And by that time, you've earned $275. Now, this has been done in 3 days with some people. And it costs $189 to get into this business. And by doing this right here, you've earned 275 points, or I'm sorry, $275. You go out and you get 2 more pro consultants and help them get to 30 PCP points, and you've earned $525, $150 fast track bonus, $75 each pro consultant on a recruiting bonus, and $50 a piece for the mentor bonuses, totals $525.
Hey, Jake,
Now,
can you explain the PCP? What that means?
PCP is your personal customer points. NCP is your network customer points. So your network is your team. Your personal customer points is your actual personal customers. If you bring on a customer, they go under your personal customer points, not your network customer points. Well, actually, they do go under your network customer points as well. I'm sorry, I misspoke on that. So next, I'm going to introduce the holding tank. You bring in your 4th pro consultant, and it goes out to the side, and you can actually move them underneath 1, 2, or 3, because you want to build 3 lines to get going, and then later on we'll start with a 4th line. But according to geographic availabilities to friendships and stuff like that, I'm going to put my 4th pro consultant underneath number 3. I'm going to help them get to 30 PCP points, and by that time, I have earned $650. I've seen people do this in 7 days and make this kind of money. Well, that shows you right there that I've placed that person underneath, and it also shows you exactly how many points I've got: 150 network customer points and 30 PCP points. Well, the next slide is our promotion that's going on right now and what Brian is talking about making your mortgage payment. Well, you go out, you put in 20 personal customer points yourself, 20 bills yourself, not the points, but 20 individual bills. You get $250 bonus. If you sponsor 4 pro consultants, you get a $250 bonus, and earn 4 mentor bonuses. So you're helping those 4 pro consultants get to 30 points. You get a $250 bonus for a total of $750. If you do all 3 of those at an unlimited amount of times between now and June 1st, you can get an additional $250 for $1,000 total. Well, if you remember what I said a few minutes ago, when you earn 650 points plus that 1,000 for doing that right there, you got $1,650. But there's a misprint right here, because if you get the 20 bills for the $250, you actually are a P160 right then, because you put in 20 bills yourself. So you are a P160. That is a typo, and I have to fix that. But this right here shows you putting a 5th pro consultant in, but it was sponsored by your pro consultant number 1. You've made $1,650. this will actually say P190, right, or 190 NCP, and it's $10 a week guaranteed for life as long as you maintain a P160. Well, the thing about that is $10 a week might not seem like a lot for a lot of people, but that is roughly half. That's your base pay, and that is roughly half of what you'll make every week, according to the numbers with VIV. And so you'll be making $1,040 a week. I'm sorry, a year by doing that. And that pays for your business, and you have sustained your business. Plus you got all the $1,000 bonuses during the spring promotions in the air. That's going on right now until June 1st.
I love it.
Brian, back to you.
Yeah, good job. You know, Jay, if you could just fix those 2 little typos there. Can you get that slide deck over to me so we can put it in the Google Drive for everybody?
Absolutely. Yeah, Jim Kenny helped me build that. I'm not real technical savvy, but I will get those fixed. And
that's right. Maddie, do you happen to have the Google Drive or a way that Jay can share that? Or that's probably small enough. You could probably email that to me, Jay. I don't think that's that big of a deck.
that's how we've been doing it. And I do have y'all's Google Drive too.
Okay, yeah, email that to me and you know, make that little change on the numbers there, and we'll get that out to everybody.
Hey, Brian and Jay, if y'all could video that, do one of your video things like your plan and everything, webinar or whatever, man, that would be nice. I would include that into one of my Facebook groups.
Oh, just like a little P160 wheel tutorial, webinar, whatever? Gotcha. We can do that.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, what's up, Ken?
What's going on, Wes? I actually had a question that has never come up before. New consultant asked, how can I guarantee no identity theft with putting all the bills in and everything else?
Well, guarantee is a strong word. You can't, but if these people are used to going on Amazon, we have about the same level of security as they do. I would never guarantee that you couldn't, because that's just a lie.
Right,
I would just add, have you ever shopped on Amazon? We have the same type of encryption they do.
Excellent, excellent, thank you.
You just want to set yourself up for something like that, you know what I mean?
Totally.
Hey, Brian, my chat's disabled. It won't let me post the link in the comments.
Oh.
I was going to say too, to touch on that, what somebody asked about theft, was I've also said that there's not been a known case since the business has been running.
So probably those 2 things. Number one, we've entered thousands and thousands of bills, no cases yet. Number 2, we have similar encryption technology at Amazon. So if you're comfortable using your credit card anywhere else, like the gas station, then you'll be fine here. So.
And I want to thank you, Brian, because me and Leslie are new P650s.
Boom, baby. Boom. When did that happen? Did I know that? I don't know if I knew that. Did I know that?
I kind of told you what we were going to do. So that's,
got you. I got you.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah. My man. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So Leslie rocks.
So, and another thing, I just started, 2 days ago, and I was on the Facebook with Cammie yesterday. $7 million in savings.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like you would had some theft within $7 million worth of savings. So that right there seemed like it was a pretty safe deal.
Yeah, these are good points. So now, guys, let me ask you this: think about your teams. If you have a team, if you're brand new, think about your team and think about the people that are not on this webinar, and if they would have been. I want you to think about it. Think about the information we're sharing, all the nuggets and things you guys are going, oh my God, this is great. Think about if your team was on versus they're not being on, because the 5th thing and the highest income producing activity you can do in network marketing is called promotions. Promotions. Promoting the services, promoting the webinars, promoting the company, the culture, promoting events, right? And I'll give you guys an example. When I first got into this industry, I set a goal of getting to 7 figures. That's just the way I am. I don't start a business to play around. So I started mentoring. I drove 5 hours to Jersey, and I started getting mentored by the number 2 income earner. He was earning about $115,000 a month. And the first thing he said to me, he just asked me a few questions about what I wanted, and I told him. He said, well, this is what you got to do. Now, he didn't ask my opinion. He told me what to do. Now, if I'm not coachable, that's on me, right? But I was hungry and coachable, and I always still am. I said I can learn from a 2-year-old. And he said, you got to go to this. You got to go to the GoPro Mastery. If you're telling me you want to get to 6 or 7 figures, then you have to go where 6 and 7 figure earners train. And that's Eric Worre's GoPro Mastery. It's once a year in Vegas. It's in December. There's already over 100 of us going from multiple teams across the country. And this is where a whole host of things happen for me. If you guys know me, this is where I met Bob Proctor for the first time, which changed the course of everything. Now we teach and coach and train with Bob Proctor all over the world. I've learned from John Maxwell there. I've learned from Tony Robbins multiple times, Robert Kiyosaki, Richard Branson, Grant Cardone was there, even though some of you don't like him. Magic Johnson. Yeah. A whole host of people. Pitbull, I mean, international, I think he's a billionaire now, businessman. You think of him as a rapper, he's a businessman. Same with Magic Johnson, by the way. That dude's sharp. So most of what I learned for all of my businesses, now that information over the past 5 years has led me to be the CEO of 4 companies from network marketing experience and training. Does that make sense? So network marketing is what I call it. It's like a gateway drug into entrepreneurship. So if you guys have desires to get to 6 and 7 figures, now this is not for everybody, and this is not a sales pitch, but if you have desires to get to 6 and 7 figures, I would do exactly what this gentleman told me, and I would grab a ticket to the GoPro Mastery. And I just put it in the link there in the chat. If you want to go, what I do is every year I buy a block of tickets, and I do that for my team, so it cuts the price in almost half. So instead of like $450, these are $260 a piece. So I don't need you to do this. It's only if you want to get to 6 or 7 figures, you can join us. It's December 8th, 9, and 10. And we're going to spend the whole week in Vegas, by the way. It's VIV in Las Vegas. So a whole bunch of us are spending the whole week. We're going to make it a vacation, right? We should have, we should have all this Corona stuff be long since gone. Everything be fine, you know what I mean? But this is what you can think about. You can build your business. You can put your head down for the next, whatever it is.
I know you do your research,
30 weeks.
so I was inquiring.
Nope. Yeah, people unmuting yourselves. Guys, don't unmute yourself unless you're, it's just background noise itself. We can build together for the next 20 or 30 weeks, and then you have people in your team there, and that's where leaders are built. The only thing I did my first year in network marketing, I had 4 people on my team. I was 3 weeks in the business. The 4 of us went to GoPro. In my business, just within a year, there was 300 people in my business, all right? So if you're that type of person where you want to make a good go, you want to get to 5 figures a month, I put some links in there. You can just click on the links, get a ticket or 2. And again, I don't need you to do this, not a sales pitch. I'm just trying to work with people kind of where they're at. All right, guys? And that's promotions, by the way. That's how you should be talking about everything in VIV, right? You want to be talking about how we're saving people money. People are home, right? Millions and millions of people are stuck home. We have a home-based business. Millions and millions of people need to save money, cut costs. It's exactly what we do. Save on your taxes, get money back on your taxes. I just got told 2 days ago, we're getting $28,000 back between 2018 and 2017. One of my clients got over 200,000 back from the tax strategy link that we all have. If you guys have not done that yet, if you haven't scheduled your tax strategy session, I don't know what to say about that. I would do it. It's free for you. Pro members, it's free. There's no downside to it. Schedule your tax strategy session. That will build your belief again. Like, holy cow, I got 12 grand back. That is a sellable thing to people. For $99, you can sell the tax strategy session. So now you're showing up as an advisor. I can cut your bills. I can show you how to make money from home. We can lower your taxes, right? You can have a home-based business. You can have write-offs. This is what I mean about, in the beginning, what we lack in skills, we make up in numbers. If you guys keep showing up week after week after week, you'll have all this language and you'll become a professional network marketer. All right, guys, so what I want to do now is let's put our heads down for the, I guess we're almost out of time. I want you guys to do is put your heads down and Text Blitz. Reach out to 30 to 50 people. All right, we got a couple more minutes. We can talk about the language. Maddie, if you happen to have the link to the Google Drive, you probably knew I was going to ask you this. Let's see.
Hey, Brian.
Shiloh.
Sorry to interrupt. At the beginning of the call, you had mentioned you were going to kind of focus on the real estate industry, and I know we only have a few minutes, but
I only need a few minutes.
something?
That's perfect. I
Okay.
only need a few minutes. Guys, the real estate industry is easy. It's very easy. And what we're going to do next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock, I'm going to do a real estate realtor specific VIV presentation. It's not really much different. I'm just going to slant the language. So if you guys have realtors, you can open up your phone, go right through them today and just reach out to them. You know, hey, Mary, you know, I'm reaching out because you're in real estate. I have a business idea I want to run by you. I'm not sure if it'd be a fit or not, but it's definitely worth exploring. So the only difference with the realtor is just to understand how this weaves in. You reach out, you say, hey, listen, I'm reaching out because you're in real estate. I have something that might be able to enhance your business. What you're going to do is invite them to Tuesday night. All right. Now, the thing about a realtor is being able to explain it. As a realtor, their natural network is number one. Number two, here's the keys to your new home. By the way, I can show you how to lower your cell phone, internet, cable, TV, electricity. Think about how seamless that conversation is, right? And I train a lot of realtors around the world, and I ask them, what makes you stand out? Well, I care for my clients. Well, okay, that you can't see that. I work harder than anybody. Well, you can't see that either. What makes you stand out? Why is your brand any better than the 100 million other realtors out there, right? So this is a brand enhancing business. Not only can I help you with your real estate needs, but I can also help you lower your bills. I can also help lower your taxes, right? We have medical. We have all these things we can do. So as a realtor, they become advisors. A good realtor has a whole list of people that they help their clients out with, right? A good realtor knows plumbers, electricians, carpenters, right? Mortgage brokers. They have this suite of services. Well, now this is just a bolt-on suite of services. So when you're talking to a realtor, you can pique their interest that way. Say, this is something that can help you close more deals. As a realtor, this is also an excuse for them to reach out to what we call their acres of diamonds, their whole past book of business, every single client they've ever talked to. Hey, I'm just reaching out. Things are a little tough right now. I sold you a home 4 years ago. I have something that can help you and your family lower their bills. It's completely free. I'd love to chat. Thank you for being such a good client. So it's a reason to reach out again, service your client, and then say, by the way, do you know anybody that's listing a home? Most realtors go back through their book of business and they're just saying, hey, do you know anybody that's in the market? Hey, do you know, right? They're just asking instead of giving. Now they get to reach out and give first and then ask. It's actually a reason for them to prospect their acres of diamonds from the past. So it's really those three things. Number one, they know other realtors and natural networkers. Number two, it's a seamless conversation. It's a natural fit. Same with builders, electricians, plumbers. It's a total natural fit if you're an electrician to say, hey, by the way, I can help you out on your electricity bill, right? And then number three, it helps them prospect and go back through their book of business and their acres of diamonds. All right, guys, so when you're reaching out, if you want, next Tuesday, we're going to do a realtor specific. Now, you can invite anybody to this. But I'm just going to have some language that highlights the benefits to realtors. Does that make sense? So I would, if you have realtors, let's call this Realtor Saturday. Like, go through your phone, every realtor you've ever met. You can prospect on Facebook or LinkedIn. You can go to a realtor and say, listen, we don't know each other. We've never met, but I see you're in real estate. And I'm in the business of helping realtors enhance their brand. I have something that might be a fit. Would you be open to a 5-minute phone call? Would you be open to a 10-minute Zoom meeting? If I could show you how to do this, would you be open to watching this video? Make sense, guys? Yes.
I have a question.
Sure.
Just a technical question about when you're posting these links and stuff like that. Well, I'm not familiar with how Zoom works to the point where will I be able to see that again somewhere, or do I need to take a picture of it right when you post it?
These links here, you can click and drag on them. Use your mouse, click and drag.
Okay.
And then you can use your your right button and copy. You can click and paste. Click, copy, and paste. I think you can also, just trying to think. Another thing you can do, if you go into the chat, are you on a PC or a Mac?
Right now I'm on my phone.
Or on your phone?
You can copy and paste it to your notes.
Yeah, perfect. Yep.
Okay.
So you should be able to go into the chat and if you hold the button down, it'll say select all. You can actually copy the whole chat.
Okay. Thanks.
Brian, can I say something?
Sure.
I had talked about this with you and I put it in the chat just to remind people not to tell anyone that it's free to see what the savings are because I saw someone had posted it on a social media site because once they upload their bills, they're committed to paying half of what they save.
Correct. Yeah, it's a really good point. So it's what Julie's is saying is people don't get to see what the savings are, then decide. You can't enter them and then we see what the savings are, then they get to decide if they want to move forward. The reason is because we have to negotiate, we have to perform, we have people working, we have to actually negotiate to find out what we can save you or save the client. So make sure you don't make the mistake of telling them, oh, you're free, just check it out. Because then they're on the hook with their credit card to pay for half of what we save. Make sense? Awesome, awesome. Any other questions before we go? Awesome, guys. I hope you get some value out of that. Again, I would promote this to your team because this is where we can all grow and learn together. This is where you can learn the language. My sincere hope is that you guys put your head down for the next hour and work your business, right? Hello?
Sorry to interrupt. I just have a quick question. I've been inviting people and I guess I attract the skeptical people that don't believe, that don't trust the system because it's kind of new, sort of. So a lot of them are like, why do I have to put my credit card? I don't know this company. Why do I have to put my last four of my social? How do I know? Kind of like what someone said earlier.
Number one, we don't have the social.
Oh, the last four digits, right? For the
no, we don't have nothing to do with social. You have a PIN number.
Oh.
We have a PIN number.
Oh, then I said that wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just a card.
And number two, why do you have to put your credit card in when you buy something from Amazon?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that they don't know it. They don't know the system.
I'm asking a serious question. Why do you have to put your credit card in when you buy something from Amazon?
To pay for it.
Okay. Ask them the same question. Now, you don't want to make them feel stupid, but that's what it is. You're paying for a service.
Yeah,
You're paying for, we're going to go to work and negotiate. Physical human beings are going to work as soon as we hit the go button. Now, if we don't save you anything, there's no charge, there's no risk. If we save you 100, we're going to bill you 50. Now, and if I was to give you $1 million, but I told you have to give 500,000 to charity, would you do it?
Of course.
So the only reason you're asking me this credit card question is because you have a mental block about what this is, and I'm just trying to prove a point. Now, I'm not saying that to you. This is what I would say to the customer.
Yeah. Thank you.
We pay for services all the time, right?
Yeah, it's just, the negative paradigm there.
No, but I think a lot of it's in your mind. You don't want to have that paradigm, that low vibration. You don't want to be going to these calls thinking about that. And I can hear it in your voice. You want to reverse all that. When I don't ever get the credit card question. Because
it's me then.
My vibration is up. I've explained it thoroughly and it makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's all. You just gotta get a little better at that. That's all. It's just feedback.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
We can help you with that too.
Thank you, Brian.
Awesome.
Hey, Brian. Quick question. Is the recording of this available somewhere?
Yes. Good call. The VIV Success Network YouTube channel. Make sure every single one of you is subscribed to the VIV Success Network YouTube channel. I get out these recordings to the leaders, so whoever's your upline, they usually get them and they should filter them down. But everything you ever see that we have for trainings is on the VIV Success Network YouTube channel.
Hey, Brian, it actually does ask you for the last 4 of your social. So that it does ask you for that.
What part is that?
Where?
When you get to your filling out your information, once you select the
just a second
your services, then it actually, when you get to the next page to
this stupid thing, just
everything
hold on
out, It does ask you for the last 4 of your social. I haven't had anybody that really, I mean, I have had a few people that were apprehensive about it, but I didn't make a big deal out of it. I will say when I first started getting customers that one of the things that I wasn't explaining up front, which has helped me to alleviate that problem, because I've had a few of those which are family members, where I just tell them now when I'm explaining is that when we're going through the process, or before we get to the process of me walking them through, I just tell them, hey, look, just so you know, what we're about to go through, I just explain up front. What we're about to go through is going to ask you, you're going to choose your services. We're going to select the bills that you're going to pay. Then it's going to ask you for your credit card. It's also going to ask you, because we need a way to go ahead and split the savings with you. I just explain that. So then it doesn't become a problem. When you don't explain and then they get to that screen, then they feel like you were hiding something. So
yes, sorry to interrupt. That's what I think I should do too. And I want your opinion on that, Brian, because I feel like people, when they get to that, and I had that happening with like 5 people, they're just like not cool with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
and I feel like it's a good idea to turn at the front so they know.
Yeah. What Arande's saying is just to be transparent and honest, you know. I guess honestly,
I've never had it ask for a social.
Me either. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too.
Just did it and it didn't ask.
Yeah, I didn't.
Rob
I
told me
just
that
registered a pro consultant and it didn't ask for social security number, so that's weird.
That's weird. So for some people ask, for some people don't.
Rob told me that they took that off a while back.
Yeah. I just signed somebody up 2 days ago and it asked for their social.
For a customer or
it just asked for the last 4, not the whole social.
Right. The last 4, it was a pro consultant.
And the reason why I explained it to them, as I said, there could be 100 John Johnsons. And the reason they need the last 4 of your social is so that we can identify you and amongst hundreds of people that might have the same name with Verizon. That's how I explain it.
That's a good way to do it. And listen, nobody can rip off your identity with the last 4 of your social. It's funny. I'm gonna check that out. I haven't seen it myself.
Me neither.
I'm gonna see what that is. But if somebody ever did, I wouldn't. It's not a big deal. I blow right over it. It's like we got to verify your identity. I mean, people get asked the last 4 of their social on almost everything. It's not even. It's going to be you guys that are making it an issue. If somebody brings it up, just like Arande said, we have to identify. We have to be able to identify it. So it's not your whole social. You can't do anything with that. But last 4 of your social is a pretty common thing these days. So just make sure you guys don't have a big paradigm about it yourselves and you just blow right over it, you know. Minimize it. Calm your language down. Don't just calm them down, you know what I mean? And you guys get through. I'll check that out too though, because I haven't seen the social, so I'll look into that. So, but guys, I got to run here. We're going past the hour and I got to get with Warner and Leslie. Hopefully you get some value out of this. We do these every Saturday. So make sure you show up for Saturdays. We can ask questions, answer questions, things like that. And I just love the community here. I love how you guys are all helping each other out. And hopefully you guys are getting some good value out of this. So again, my wish for you is to just put your heads down, build your business for the next hour, reach out to 30 to 50 people. If you do that for the next 52 weeks, you'll have an amazing business and you'll need a telescope to look back and see where you started. So
that's right.
Everybody, make it a great week. Be well and God bless. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.